Hey, it's Veena V. Every single Wednesday at 8 o'clock, I've got a brand new video for you. It's all about breaking into the media industry, but we've got loads of inspiration and business tips thrown in as well. Now, do you feel like you're drowning in the sea of all those other businesses, presenters, bloggers? Well, fear not, because coming up right now, I have got 5 ways how you can market yourself and get noticed. I'm so privileged today because we're here with this lovely woman. She's called Reay, and tell everyone exactly who you are.
Exactly who I am. Who am I? I am a kind of branding, marketing, advertising person. I've been in branding all my life, worked in loads of advertising agencies. I'm now a chief marketing officer, and that's my area.
And Carol is fantastic. I've seen speeches of her. I've actually been privileged enough to be in a session with her before. And she gives some amazing advice. So I'm so glad we've got her here today to help you. So Carol, what would be your kind of top 5 tips for anyone looking to market themselves and really get noticed? Because it's a bit of a crowded place out there, really. So what would be your first tip?
Okay, my first tip would be, I agree with you, it is a crowded place out there. Most of us work on teams and it's all very well to have a team result. But my first tip would be, if you've worked on a project and that project has gone well, be pleased with that and then think, what did I do? What was my contribution? And just take 5 minutes to work that out, what you did on that project or that whatever it was. And then the hardest bit is tell people about it. Don't think, I'll just talk about the team achievement. Think about what you brought to that team achievement and tell the right people.
And how would we go about telling people? Would that be like a little update on LinkedIn or kind of emailing around your contacts? How would we go about doing that?
Yeah, it could be. I wouldn't be too brash about, emailing people who don't want the information about what you've done on some project they're not interested in. It can be more subtle, like telling your boss. People might think, oh, my boss will definitely know what I did there. Well, not necessarily. She might be a busy woman, your boss. Yeah. So, just tell the right people. Yes, LinkedIn and that kind of thing. Make sure you're updating your profile properly. But make sure you're also telling the people that matter in your world.
Tip number 2.
Tip number 2 is nice and easy and nice and simple. It's just remember that you're always selling. You're always in a selling situation. Even really when you're out having fun with friends, you're kind of selling yourself and what you do. And I think people might think, oh, I'm in a selling situation or I'm not. But particularly at work, really versus socialising. You're always selling, so remember that.
Tip number 3
is look good. But I don't mean dress for other people, actually. I think it's all about from within. And my tip is to dress and present yourself in a way that makes you feel good. What clothes or appearance makes you feel confident, and then go for that. Make sure you feel good and then the rest will follow.
Tip number 4.
It kind of relates to tip number 2, but it's just to not be shy about yourself. I think that people, particularly British people actually, are very backward in coming forward and think that any form of talking about yourself or focusing on yourself somehow isn't right, that it's boasting. But most people can do this kind of thing without being boastful. And it's just truthful, really, to think about yourself and what you did and what you brought to things. So don't be shy.
I think it feels unnatural sometimes, doesn't it? When you're, because you do kind of feel in your head you are boasting. If you're saying, oh, I've done this and I've done that.
Yeah.
So it's trying to really striking that balance, isn't it? I think as well.
It is, and just remembering that sometimes you're not always in a position where you're trying to make friends. Yeah. You're sometimes sort of in a selling position, and you have to just underline your role in things nicely. Good charm.
Finally, tip number 5.
Tip number 5 is designed to make people feel good about themselves. It's to remember, that you are completely unique, and what you bring to anything is something that no one else would bring exactly the way you do. And so, if you're in a situation, think that you belong there, you deserve to be there, and just try to be confident about it.
I like that. Positive thinking.
Positive thinking. We're all unique, and we all deserve our place in the world.
Well, thank you so much, Carol, for joining us today. I wanted to make this really nice and quick so people can just kind of implement it now and not kind of faff around.
Okay.
So I think in life sometimes there's a lot of faffing.
Okay, to go out and market themselves.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yay! We did it!
Hello, I'm Akil and welcome to my video of fast cars and fast motorbikes.
And we're back. Okay, so I hope those examples kind of shows you what I'm talking about when we are talking about a USP.